Hello, mathematicians. Today we're writing decimals. This is a companion video to my reading decimals video. If you haven't watched that one, that might help give you some background information if some of the stuff I say here is not making sense to you. So go check out that reading decimals video. I'm actually starting with some of the same decimals that we were just reading in that last video. They're using the same rules. When you read a decimal, the decimal point is read as and then the last word you say is the name of the last place value that contains a digit. So for example, if we're reading this decimal, looks like this. There's a 1 in the ones place and a 2 in the tens place. We read the decimal point as and. This is 1 and 2 tenths. So when writing it, we're just going to start writing in word form. I'm just going to write it as I hear it 1. And the and means the decimal, and 2 tenths. Here, this 2 moves to the hundredths place, so this is 1 and for the decimal, 2 hundredths. And lastly, if we move the 2 one more place value over to the right, it goes to the thousandths place. 1 and 2 thousandths. A note about spelling these decimal places. Have you noticed that the decimal places just mirror the whole number places in their spelling? So tenths is just the 10 in tens followed by a th. Hundredth is just the word hundred with the ths. And I don't have the thousands place here. You just have to trust me that the word thousandth is just the word thousand. It's tough to talk and write at the same time. I forgot my S. Just the word thousand with a THS at the end. So you just have to spell the whole number place correctly and then put a THS at the end. So in the reading decimals video, we looked at these examples as well. Sometimes you don't have a whole number at all. So you can just write this 2 tenths. Or some people like to pronounce the 0 so that they can pronounce the decimal as and. So they might say 0 and 2 tenths. I'm not going to write these as well because we've got a lot to cover. This would be 2 hundredths or 0 and 2 hundredths. And this would be 2 thousandths or 0 and 2 thousandths. All right, let's keep moving on writing decimals. Here we're going to stick with the word form of these decimals. First, we're going to write the whole number amount. Then we just write and for the decimal point, and then we write the decimal amount. So I will make these decimals on my place value chart. I have a 4 in the tens place, a 3 in the ones place, a 0 here in the tens place, and a 5 in the hundredths place. So I'd read this 43, so I can just write that, 43. Then I've come to the decimal, so I write and then this 5 is in the hundredths place, 5 hundredths, 43 and 5 hundredths. Now let's make this number. So I've got a 6 in the hundreds place, a 2 in the tens place, a 4 in the ones place, a 0 in the tenths place, a 7 in the hundredths place, and a 3 in the thousandths place. So first, write the whole number amount, 624. Then I write and for the decimal. I've come to the decimal, so I write and then 73, since the last digit is in the thousandths place, it's 73 thousandths. 73. I might run out of space here. Write a little bit smaller. I fit it in. Nicely done, me. Okay, last one, 90. And that 12, that is in the thousandths place. So first I have to write the whole number amount, 90. writing 90, you just write the number 9 and then put a TY at the end. And now I've come to the decimal, so I just write that as and, 90 and then this 12 ends in the thousandths place. So 12 thousandths. There we go. All right, so now we're writing decimals in word form. Let's move to another form, though, because there are different ways to write decimals than just word form and this standard form or the number form. We're going to talk about expanded notation. I'm going to move this place value chart because I've got one printed on my page right here. Now, in expanded notation, this is when you basically write an expression that includes each digit in showing its actual true value. Here's what I mean by that. So this is 43 and 500ths. I'm going to make that in my place value chart. I do have a zero tile. There we go. 43 and 500ths. This is where the decimal point would go. So this 4, it's in the tens place, and 4 tens is actually 40. So to write this in expanded notation, I'd write the 4 as a 40. And then the 3, it's in the ones place. 3 ones is just 3, so I just write a 3. Now the 0, it's in the tenths place. So really, I don't have to include this because it doesn't change the value, but just for sake of clarity, I will. That's 0 tenths. And then 5 is in the hundredths place. So then I write 5 hundredths. Expanded notation just shows you the true value of each digit. The 4 is actually a 40. 3 means 3. And the 5 actually means 5 hundredths, not 5 ones. So let's clear this and do it with the next number. 624 and 73 thousandths. So this 6, it's not just a 6, it's in the hundreds place, so its value is 600. This 2, its value is 20. The value of the 4 is just 4, it's in the ones place. Again, we've got a 0 in the tens place. Sorry, tens place, you're getting left out here. 7 in the hundredths place, so the value of that would be 7 hundredths. And the 3 in the thousandths place, its value is 3 thousandths. Okay, now 90 and 12 thousandths. I'm going to need to recruit another 0 to help me out with this one. So I have a 9, a 0. Here's my second 0. Thank you. Second 0 and 12 thousandths. So the value of this 9 is 90. It's in the tens place. The value of that 0 is 0. The value of this 0 in the tens place, 0 tenths. And then there's a 1 in the hundredths place. So 100th, and the 2 is in the thousandths place. So expanded notation, you're just taking each digit in the number and showing its true value, making an addition expression here. But wait, there's more. Well, those are the same numbers, you might be saying, and you'd be right. But place value notation, it's a different kind of expanded notation. And in this one, I'm just going to show you how it's done. You're writing an expression, but instead of just writing 40 for the 4, you write it as 4 times 10, meaning it's basically there's a 4 in the tens place. So this I like to call this the place value notation. Now here we have a 3 in the ones place, so 3 times 1. A 0 in the tenths place, so 0 in the tenths place. That is 1/10, but there's 0 in that place, and there is a 5 in the hundredths place. So if you were to multiply all these, 4 times 10, I'll put the last sheet back on here. 4 times 10 equals 40. 3 times 1 equals 3. 0 times 1/10 is 0 tenths. And 5 times, whoops, you saw that error, didn't you? You wondered if I was going to correct it. 5 times 1/10 is actually 5 tenths. So this is the place value notation where you're just showing the place value each digit is in. Let me see if I can do this next one without making a mistake. 6 in the hundreds place, 2 in the tens place, 4 in the ones place, 0 in the tens place, 7 in the hundreds place, and 3 in the thousands place. So 6, this is in the hundreds place, 6 times 100. The 2 is in the tens place, so 2 times 10. The 4 is in the ones place, 4 times 1. The 0 is in the tenths place. Sadly, the tens place is getting no love today. The 7 is in the hundredths place, so 7 times 100th. And the 3 is in the thousands place, so 3 times 1,000th. There we go. It's just showing you each digit and the place that they're in. The 6 is in the hundreds place, the 2 is in the tens place, the 7 is in the hundredths place, etc. Okay, last one here. This is 90 and 12,000. So the 9 is in the tens place. There's a 0 in the ones place. Now, a lot of times, if there's a 0 in that place value, you won't even see that place value being written, but I'm just writing it for clarity for you. So that's 0 in the tens place, a 1 in the hundredths place, and a 2 in the thousands place. Okay. The last challenge for you is, can you look at this place value notation and write the standard form? That's our last challenge, and then I will bid you adieu for this video. Okay, so I have the place value notation here. The first thing I suggest to do is put those parentheses in that I had when I wrote my place value notation. It just helped me see, okay, that 4 goes with the tens place, that 3 goes with the ones place. So I'm going to do that first here. The 2 goes with the hundreds place, the 6 goes with the tens place, the 7 goes with the ones place, the 8 goes with the tenths place, the 3 goes with the hundreds place, and the 4 goes with the, oh no, I think I made a mistake here. That should be the thousands place. Okay, so I'll make this on the place value chart. 2 in the hundreds place, 6 in the tens place, 7 in the ones place, 8 in the tenths place, 3 in the hundreds place, and 4 in the thousands place. So now I can just write this number, decimal point here, 267 and 834 thousandths. Let's do another one. 6 will go in the hundreds place. A 4 will go in the ones place. And a 5 will go in the tenths place. Did you notice that they didn't include a tens place? They have the hundreds place, the ones place, and the tenths place, but nothing there. So what you must do, you must write a 0 there in that place, because if you don't, if I didn't write that 0, look at what it makes. 64 and 5/10. That's not what it's asking for. Without that 0, you've moved the 6 to the tens place. That is not what it's asking for. It says the 6 is in the hundreds place. So 6, 0, 4. That was always going to be a 4, right? And 5/10. All right, let's see if you can do these last two. I will put the parentheses around the place values. You give it a go. Pause the video and then come back to see the answers. All right, are you back? How did you do? Did you put a 5 in the hundreds place? A 7 in the tenths place? Whoa. So I didn't have, so if 5 is in the hundreds place like this, then I should have a 0 in the tens and a 0 in the ones place, because this 7 is all the way in the tenths place. And then the 3 is in the thousands place. I'm out of zeros. I need to put another 0 there. So 500 and 703 thousandths. This last one, 6 in the ones place, 8 in the hundredths place. So I need to put a 0 here in the tenths place. 6 and 1/800ths. Okay, that was a long journey through writing decimal numbers, but I think I've shown you everything that you need to know. Until next time, keep mathing.